This has been an absolute whirlwind of a week. I'm launching 2 new podcasts. The first one is called AI Hustle. Go check it out if you're interested in side hustles and using AI to enable those. The second one is going to be called AI Applied. This podcast has not launched yet. Stay tuned for Friday when I do the first recording of that. Super excited. You'll see who the co-host on that is when I announce it. But tons is happening. And today on the podcast, I want to tell you about a really interesting piece of breaking news. And that is that OpenAI, I think, is right now taking a very proactive step and approach toward AI safety. And they essentially have kind of come up with a new team that is going to be in charge of studying catastrophic AI risks, including nuclear threats. This is super fascinating. So today on the podcast, we're diving into all of that. Let's get into it. Welcome to the world's #1 AI podcast, AI Chat. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Make sure that you go to aibox.ai, link in the show notes, to join the waitlist for our new AI platform. We're going to be launching an incredible platform that allows you to build anything you want with workflows in AI. So you're able to chain together ChatGPT and image generators and audio generators to make really powerful apps for your organization, or you can host them on our marketplace and actually generate royalties from them. So make sure to go to aibox.ai and join the waitlist. In addition, if you like the podcast, if you could do me a massive favor and please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. This helps me be able to get better guests on here as they check the reviews to see how you guys are liking it. So if you could please do that, I would really, really appreciate it. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? I record and publish podcasts on a platform called Spotify for Podcasters, and I absolutely love it. Essentially, you can upload from your phone or computer, and it distributes to every platform that plays podcasts. They support video podcasts, and you can make money on the platform with ads or even podcast subscriptions, something that has made my life so much easier as a podcaster. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcast app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started on your podcast today. In an attempt to stay ahead of the curve on potential threats posed by AI systems, OpenAI unveiled its latest initiative just recently. So the company has formed a team exclusively dedicated to essentially forecasting, monitoring, and safeguarding against risks associated with future AI development. So this is known as the quote-unquote preparedness team, and it's going to be spearheaded by Alexander Mauskry, who's renowned for his work as the director of MIT's Center for Deployable Machine Learning. So having joined OpenAI back in May as the head of preparedness, Mauskry's, I think his main objective right now with the team is going to be to preempt risks from AI systems from their capacity to essentially trick humans, which is seen in instances like phishing attacks. So he's going to be doing that. And then also to, more severe things like, generating malicious code, all sorts of stuff. So I think interestingly, among the list of threats the preparedness team is looking at right now and kind of exploring, some seem to be like way more sci-fi than others. OpenAI in a recent blog post has kind of flagged chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear threats related to AI models as top priorities. Given, I think, that OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman has been really vocal about concerns that AI might pose existential risks to humanity, I think the extent of these studies is not super surprising. However, the company hasn't, solely fixed its sights on this whole kind of hypothetical horizon. OpenAI also has expressed its commitment to kind of investigating the more tangible and I think some of the, less obvious threats from AI. So alongside that whole announcement of the preparedness team, OpenAI also launched a call to the community to propose potential risk studies. I think that initiative offers, around $25,000 as a prize, but also potential position within the preparedness team for, anyone that has a really incredible standout submission. So I think one of the really intriguing questions, which was asked to, contest entrants, if you want to get involved with this, a really interesting question, I think, revolves around the misuse of OpenAI's new tools like Whisper Voice GPT-4V and DALL-E 3. So essentially, it's in this whole contest they're asking people that are participating to think critically about the dire consequences of the misuse of any of these tools. This is really interesting because essentially OpenAI is rolling out all these new features, all these new tools really rapidly, and then they're, getting the community to come up with, bad use cases or areas of concern, and they're rewarding people to do this. But I think it's allowing them to not really slow down on the development. So the preparedness team's bigger objective here is going to also kind of be around the creation of a risk-informed development policy. So the policy essentially aims to come up with OpenAI's methodology in AI model assessment, monitoring mechanisms, and the overarching governance structure during the model's lifecycle. So I think the objective is to really complement and help OpenAI's existing efforts in the AI safety domain, making sure that both, due diligence, pre and post AI model deployment is done. OpenAI's statement on all of this, I think, kind of emphasizes their belief in the potential of AI models that surpass current capabilities. And I think that's kind of suggesting that they can significantly benefit humanity. However, with, these greater capabilities, of course, there's greater risks that are coming. They recently said, quote, "We need to ensure we have the understanding and infrastructure needed for the safety of highly capable AI systems." I think this whole announcement coincides with a really major UK government summit on AI safety, and it also follows on the heels of another really significant OpenAI declaration, which is, of course, the formation of a team to navigate and regulate emergent, quote-unquote, super intelligent AI. So both Altman and Ilyan Sutskever, who's OpenAI's chief scientist and co-founder, I think they both have a pretty solid conviction that AI with, capabilities exceeding human intelligence might be on the horizon within this decade at the least. More crucially, I think that AI might not inherently act in humanity's best interest, which is what they're concerned about. And that definitely makes this research into, containing and regulating it really, really important. So this is definitely an interesting area that we'll continue to follow. And I'll keep you posted on what happens and anything else that OpenAI rolls out in the future on this.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Thank you for listening to the AI Chat Podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, I'd appreciate it if you rate me wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're looking for an innovative group of AI enthusiasts, make sure you check out our Discord channel and also our Facebook community. It's obviously a lot more interactive than a podcast, where we can actually share software tools, prompts that we're using in everyday AI. I'll leave a link for those in the description below.